Hey there homeowners, thinking of extending your house but not sure if you need planning permission? Well, you're in the right place. Whether you're dreaming of a sleek new kitchen, a bigger living space, or even an extra bedroom, one question might be holding you back. Do I need planning permission for my home extension? Today we're going to break it all down and simplify it for you. The short answer is sometimes yes and sometimes no. It all depends on a few key factors, like the size, location, and design of your extension. So let's dive into what you need to know before you start knocking down walls. In many cases, you don't need to submit a formal planning application if your extension falls under something called Permitted Development Rights, or PDR for short. These rights allow you to make certain changes to your home without needing planning permission. For example, simple projects like loft conversions, single-story rear extensions, or even garden rooms might fall under these rights. But, and this is important, your project needs to meet specific criteria. So how do you know if your extension qualifies for permitted development? Here are the key things to check. Number one is the size of your extension. A single-story rear extension can extend up to 8 metres from the rear wall of a detached house or 6 metres for any other type of house. For a 2-story extension, you can extend up to 3 metres from the rear wall. The second thing to check is height. Firstly, the height of your extension can't exceed the highest part of your existing roof. A single-story extension can be up to 4 metres in height, but if it's within 2 metres of a boundary, then the eaves must be no more than 3 metres high. Next, we've got position. You can't build an extension in front of your house under permitted development. And if you're thinking of a side extension, it can be no wider than half the width of the original house. Lastly, we've got materials. The materials you use for your extension need to be similar in appearance to the existing house. That means no shiny new modern glass on a traditional brick home unless you're ready to apply for permission. But here's the catch. If you live in a designated area, like a conservation area, national park, or area of outstanding natural beauty, your permitted development rights might be restricted. Same goes if you live in a listed building. In these cases, you'll need planning permission no matter what. So what if you need to apply for planning permission? Don't stress. Here's the step-by-step process. Step 1. Consult an architect or planning consultant. They will help you design an extension that follows all the rules, and they'll catch any potential issues like overshadowing your neighbour's garden or blocking their views. Step 2. Submit your application. Head over to the planning portal and submit your application online. You can do this yourself, or you can get your architect or planning consultant to do it for you. You'll need to provide detailed architectural drawings, site plans, and pay a fee, currently £206 in England. Step 3, wait for it. Your local authority will assess your application, and within about 8 to 12 weeks, you'll get a decision, which will either be yes, along with any conditions of that approval, or no. Now, if your application is rejected, you can appeal or modify your plans and resubmit your application. Remember, even if you don't need planning permission, your extension still needs to comply with building regulations. These rules ensure your home is safe, energy efficient, and structurally sound. For most projects, you'll submit either a building notice or a full building control application, depending on how complex your extension is. And trust me, you don't want to skip this step. Like, non-compliance with building control can lead to fines, delays, or worse, being forced to take your extension down. And finally, don't forget to chat with your neighbours. If your extension requires a planning application, they will get the chance to raise concerns, which the local authority will consider when deciding on your application. So it's always a good idea to talk to your neighbours early on and keep them in the loop to avoid potential disputes further down the road. So there you have it. Whether your extension falls under permitted development or you need to apply for planning permission, make sure you do your research, follow the rules, and work with professionals who know the ins and outs of the system. And remember, investing in the right guidance and help to navigate your project and get your planning application right first time is going to save you money, time, and stress in the long run.